because we don't talk about the Saints often because the NFC South, to be honest, seemingly is being mocked by everybody. But if this Saints team can do their thing, not a bad year to have a run, especially with a lot of question marks around the division. Not that you have Dahn on your own roster, but we want to talk about Jimmy Graham, friend of the program. This guy, okay, in May, he was landing a U.S. Navy helicopter onto the back of a fucking pontoon. Okay, this is real deal. This is from his Twitter account. This was in May, I do believe. Landing a helicopter over water with other humans in the helicopter, okay? Yeah, I understand that this seems like a pretty routine thing to do to a fucking helo pilot. This guy is Jimmy Graham, an NFL tight end. So he's doing this. Obviously, about a month later, okay, this is this year. This is just a couple months ago. This is a couple months ago. I know he's doing it. He's flipping planes in skies over residential neighborhoods. He's flying around, going bananas, filming it all for his Twitter account, and he's all by himself up there. This guy is like a licensed trick pilot.
Dog.
He flies fighter jets. He literally flies helicopters. He's working and living on a sailboat because he wants to sail around the world, this fucking guy.
What?
He's the most interesting human of all time, and he's back in the NFL after a very long time. How's he look? Is he going to make the team? And this is awesome, obviously, Nick. I assume everybody in New Orleans feels that way.
Yeah, he actually flew himself in to sign his contract and everything too. So like that's just how he's living for real. But he's looked okay. You know, when they first signed him, I wasn't expecting much. I kind of thought, you know, it was probably a long shot for him to make the team. And then he's out there and he's making plays. I think he still has something to give them. Maybe short yardage situations, big targets, still makes contested catches. I think in the red zone, he can be a threat down there too. I think he's obviously still kind of getting his legs back underneath him, but he's making some plays every single day. You just showed the one there where he kind of stretched out and caught the ball going to the sideline. There's moments when he kind of looks sort of like himself, but I think you do got to keep it in the context of, you know, he's about, 35 years old, was out of the league last year. It's going to take a little bit of time, I think, to maybe see him out there, but I think he's gonna probably make the team, maybe get 15, 20 snaps a game in a very specialized role.
Yeah.
And he looks okay so far.
Well, yeah, he's got to get his sea legs out. He's fucking
of course. Exactly.
Sue him. I mean, geez. Go ahead, AJ. I love to hear that, by the way.
How about Derek Carr? Obviously, it changed the scenery for him. How have the fans kind of taken to him, and how has he looked so far in camp?
I mean, he looks good, but I think he's probably expected to look good in a very clean situation when there's not a pass rush or anything on him. I think what we're going to find out about him is, you know, when there are those live bullets, but clean pocket, nobody really coming at him. I mean, he's completing every single pass. I mean, his arm looks great. He's settling in with the receivers. Him and Mike Thomas are still kind of trying to work to get on the same page. There's some, you know, chirping from Mike when the ball isn't exactly where he wants it. And then they go back, they work on it, they re-rep it, and they're fixing that stuff. I think he's settling in.
How's Michael
good.
Thomas doing? On just real quickly here, he hasn't played like 2 years, right?
He's looked good against everybody but Marshawn Lattimore. They've been against each other 3 times in team drills. No catches there. Marshawn's kind of winning those reps. Marshawn won 2 or 3 one-on-ones yesterday when they were on each other. But he looks okay. I mean, I think it's going to take him a little bit of time. I thought last year he actually came back and kind of clicked a little bit quicker, but I think he's getting there right now. You know, he's still catching the slants, the stuff over the middle looks good. It's kind of the more like down the field where there's still like a little bit of an adjustment period. But I think he's gonna contribute. It's just a matter of like, is he gonna be healthy in November, December? Like he's gonna play. He's gonna look okay. We saw it the first 3 weeks of last year. He was on his way there. I just, you know, it's just a matter of can he stay on the field.
Pac-Man.
I got a lot of hell about talking about the Saints in the back end of the defense. Like I said, Lattimore played like shit last year. Wasn't healthy.
Jeez. Here we go.
My question is he back to being Lattimore that we know? And how does the secondary look?
I thought that was a wild take, and I still do. I thought Marshawn was great last year. He had the lacerated kidney. He missed a lot of games, but when he was out there, he was shutting people down. I think he's been playing better the last couple of years, really, since his rookie year, and he's been locked in at practice too. He's started to practice better too. Earlier in his career, I thought that he had some issues with that. They would be out there. Aaron Glenn would be kind of like chirping at him about his effort, and you know, it was a thing, but like he comes in now, he's locked in, he's playing, I think, with more maturity, and, you know, every single rep is a good rep for him. You know, I just, you know, respectfully disagree. I think he's one of the best cornerbacks in the league, and every time he's on the field, I think we see it.
No, we love it. We love a good, respectful disagreement. I mean,
yeah.
They were coming for Pac heavy.
They're loud.
That was awesome. That's, you know, not saying that we kind of walk ourselves into those situations on a regular basis, but that was his first one.
Yep.
And it was awesome. I enjoyed it a lot. That shit's hilarious to us, because like I appreciate the hell out of the who dat. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
The who dat, they're at camp, right? Jameson Williams was talking about this. He was like, running back Detroit now.
Jamal.
Jamal Williams, sorry. He just scores touchdowns. That's literally all that guy does is just score touchdowns and electrify. He was talking about your bayonets. They're funnel cakes, okay? Your beignet, yeah, you get it. Yep. He said the same thing I said there. The beignets, they're funnel cakes. I was like, oh, interesting way to kind of introduce yourself to a town because I know there's love down there as they should be. And to his point, if they taste like funnel cakes, I fucking love them too.
Oh, yeah.
I absolutely love them too. But he said, like, these fans are passionate. They're out here. I don't know why they're out here. I think he was saying because of how hot it was out there. Like, your fan base right now, expecting to win, what are expectations on the season for you guys, realistically? And how many wins do you think the Saints have when it's all said and done?
Yeah, I'd set the over-under probably at like 10 wins. And, if Mike's healthy, I think it's easier to get to 10. It's a weak division. They got Derek Carr. I think the defense is going to be a little bit better. The pass rush is going to be a little bit better. Hopefully Dennis Allen kind of, has figured some things out. One thing we're seeing out here, like last year, they were in the bottom of the league in motion, like by like 100 plays. Like the next team ahead of them. This year, you're seeing a lot more of that. And they're just being a little bit more creative. Taysom's being used in some ways that we didn't see last year during camp. So it seems to be a little bit more cohesive. And, I think they do have a chance at 10 wins just given the division that they're in. But, I think there's probably like a 2-win variance on that either way, just depending on luck, health, all that stuff. So, yeah, I think the fans are expecting a lot more, though. Like, you know how it is this time of year, though. Every fan base right now thinks their team's going to win, 15 games and make the Super Bowl. And the Saints fans have definitely dialed themselves up to that over the last couple of weeks.
Hey, they deserve it. With how hot it is, too. Why not? Last question here, because I think it goes to what you just said there about the offense.
Yeah, Nick, any expectation in New Orleans as far as what Alvin Kamara is going to get? I know he met with Goodell yesterday or the day before, and that's still kind of up in the air. But are they expecting to have him, before September's over? Or is this probably, week 5?
I think, like, inside the building, it's kind of like, probably 2 games. But I don't think it's going to be 2 games. I think he probably gets, like, 4. Maybe he appeals it, gets it down to 3, something like that. I think that's probably more of a fair range. I think 6 is probably to the wayside now that he settled this case. Him meeting with Goodell can only help. Like, Alvin's one of the smartest, most gregarious people in, like, the whole world. So getting in front of Roger, maybe pleading his case, I think that's going to help him a little bit. I would guess probably end of September, early October. They do have a pretty strong running game, though. You mentioned Jamal Williams and the rookie Kendra Miller. He's looked really good out here, too. So I think they'll be okay in the short term if Alvin misses some time.
Hey, we appreciate you, man. This is reporter for New Orleans Football, Nick Underhill. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, dude.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Hell yeah. All right, good detail down there.
They do have the easiest schedule in the NFL.
They do?
Do they?
I was looking at their schedule. Their first 6 games look
They
nice.
play the AFC South, they play the NFC South, and they play the NFC North.
So the AFC South is a dogfight.
Sure.
Go on,
For
what you
who?
said again?
Sure.
What kind of dogs are fighting? Like Chihuahuas and Wiener dogs? Or
Whoa.
It's not the size of the dog in the fight.
I agree.
It's the size of it's big dogs, bub.
Well,
it's AFC South.
the
What do you think
size-
this is, pal? Anthony Richardson's 250 fucking pounds.
Amen, brother.
Running a 4.4.
I'm with
doing
you.
backflips. Dalvin Cook coming to Indy.
Yep.
Welcome to AFC South. Trevor Lawrence. They're talking about him winning fucking MVP.
Jaguars are good.
Doug Peterson, they're building a town down there.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be Urban Meyer Town. Guess who it is now?
What's that?
Peterson Town. Peterson Town's won a fucking Super Bowl before.
Yeah,
And then don't even get me started on Houston. D'Amico Ryans might play.
I agree. He should. Might help him out. But with that being said,
JJ's going in a Ring of Honor, and is Derrick Henry still Derrick Henry? Did you hear Vrabel? Vrabel was asked, how many 5th graders would it take to tackle Derrick Henry? And he said, a shit ton. A shit ton. I don't even know if I think the better number is how many would die.
Yep.
That's the question he asked. That's what they're thinking down there. They're still playing bully ball.
Of course.
So the AFC South is as rugged and as tough as they come in football.
NFC North, no cakewalk either.
Yeah.
You think you're just going to fucking trample all over every team in the NFC North? I don't think so. Packers are still the Packers. I mean, people talk about the Lions winning the Super Bowl.
MCDC will not lose to the Saints, his former team. No chance.
Boom. I mean, Kirk Cousins, America's sweetheart right now after quarterback. And then, we'll see. The Bears.
Fields MVP.
Fields might win the MVP this year. So, I don't
Who's
know.
saying it's an easy schedule?
Yeah, you tell me.
Huh? Who? That does seem pretty good.
Yeah, okay, Titans.
Scrolling through it.
Titans off the bat.
Saints, Packers there, Patriots, Saints.
yeah, that's a must win. For the Patriots.
Jags, Saints, Bears, Saints, Falcons.
Yeah, I know every team is good, but this schedule does look nice for them.
Yeah. I'd say.
You know what I'm saying? Like, every team is good, but this does,
There's no
this is very
Niners, there's no
advantageous for the
Eagles, there's no
squad.
Cowboys, there's no AFC East, AFC North,
Yeah.
AFC West.
Yeah, hey.
Man.
You know, everybody's good in the NFL. Everybody's getting paid.
That's right.
Yeah.
But, and you know, it's hard to believe the hype because they're trying to win too. You know, they made plays and they're paying a lot of people to come up with ideas to win, but that schedule looks like a creative schedule.
Saints might win 14 games next year.
Is that what did they recruit Derek Carr with that? Like, listen to our games, okay? Listen to our games.
Look.
This is what we got going on, dude.
Play the Falcons 6 times next year.
So right now,
No Mahomes.
Falcons might be really good.
They might. I meant to say the Texans, but, Falcons,
Well,
same deal.
Texans are going to be AFC South, obviously a big time problem, but like the whole thought of
Their win total's 9.5.
Same as the Jets.
Their win total is 9.5.
Yeah.
how about Kansas City only being 11.5? And that sounds so ridiculous to say that, but like people saying the Saints are going to win 10 games.
Yeah.
The reigning Super Bowl champions, Patrick Mahomes, the sports books are like 11.5.
2 more than that.
Like that, yeah, you know what I
We
mean?
just looked at the Saints 9.5 schedule. Pull up the Jets 9.5 schedule.
Oh, man.
It's absurd.
And it's still way harder than the Saints, too.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, their first 6 weeks is a murderer's row.